I don't know what it is about this week, but I've just been like wildly tired. I think I'm starting to get burnt out on work. I think that's what's happening. Which I do have a vacation coming up in like a week or so, thankfully, but this is a highly suspicious corner. You can't just post down bad like that. What if you're down bad? What will they think? Some ammo. My good friend Juker is currently playing through Tomb Raider 1 through the remaster collection that was free on Prime, I think, like this week. That we thinking correctly? What the? Down bad's like when you really want a hot dog, right? Like, I could really go for that dog. I'm real down bad, you know? I do think it's funny that this game is like, oh my god, a scary monster, and then it's just like a little scorpion that dies in one bullet. Plays a huge like doot noise and everything. Yep. And then you look at like Tomb Raider 1 and it's a fucking bear. Like, oh Jesus Christ. Scorpions are scary. They're just little guys. You can just leave. They don't care. They don't have hate in their heart. Anyway, how's it going, S. Kennedy? Well, I need to fix my capture slightly. I've been trying to dial in this amount of pixels that I need. Is this right, maybe? That looks better. Is there like a 1 pixel wide black bar on the left? I can't tell. Damn it. 1 second. Uh, let's just call it that, I guess. Oh man, OneDrive does suck. That's true. Why would I want to jump up here? In theory, I could get up there, but probably not. Like, this looks unlikely as a place I can stand. Yeah. Alright. Let's just move on. Did OneDrive make you lose any, like, data or something? Yeah, I know for the podcast we use Dropbox, and it's still, like, okay. Not the best. Signed you out silently, your credentials got corrupted. Oh, hold on. Spooky scorpion. Very spooky. Save as function on the file to lock up for 5 minutes for each file. Man, yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Oh, okay. Next question. That's too high. Okay. Now I could probably just jump on these platforms that are conveniently here to climb. I guess. If I had to. Yeah, that sounds super annoying. Uh. Yo, what's up, not a fish? That's Raider from Tomb. Yeah, part of my frustration this week is that most of my team has been out for PTO. Partly because it's summer, partly because we were supposed to get Juneteenth off as a federal holiday, which we got last year from the company when they decided they wanted to be better people and start like giving us time off as well as like newer holiday and all that. And then this year they went fully anti-woke because of our shitty CEO. And they didn't give us Juneteenth. So I had to work, but a bunch of people took the time off. And that was super annoying. So I was dealing with that. And then I'm also dealing with some coworkers that are really bad about, like, doing their tasks that are assigned to them and constantly try to pawn them off onto other people. But they're really good at pawning it off onto other people to the point where their metrics look good, so nobody ever, like, does anything about them. So I'm really frustrating about that, too. Or really frustrated. Ooh, let's go that way. Yeah, my CEO is the worst. Just awful. Why does it feel like only a handful of people do any work at any given org? Yeah, I'm slowly at the point where I'm gonna stop caring about my work at this job, which isn't great, but you know, it is what it is. They're still paying me, I guess. I used a flare to get a flare. Is this gaming? Yeah, I'm basically doing a little bit of quiet quitting this week until I can finally get some time to recharge. So, I don't know, I've just been mentally exhausted the last, like, 3 or 4 days. But thankfully, we got Tomb Raider and Puyo Puyo. And the Double Dragon theme song. All the things you need in life. What more could you ask for? Like, realistically. I had an idea for tomorrow's Watch 'em stream. I think we might watch another episode of Master of Mosquiton. Just because I have them. And it won't be the pervy, like, hentai episodes. So maybe it has a chance of redeeming itself from being in the fake anime category that is currently residing in. We're not going to watch the hentai episodes. Why not? Because it'll just be 22 minutes of Gongaga. You won't see anything. There's nothing to see. Gongaga and moaning. Which is funny in its own right, don't get me wrong, but... I think what I want to do is I want to watch the Dragon Strike tutorial VHS live action D&D like video. And as part of that, I think I also want to watch an episode of American Gladiators. Because they're related. So I might look for something after stream tonight. I remember very distinctly playing the Dragon Strike board game, putting the VHS in as you set up the complicated Hero Quest style board, and then by the time the 30-minute instructional video was over, nobody wanted to play the fucking game, and you just put it back in the box. And that was my main experience playing Dragon Strike, the board game. So I think it'll be funny to relive that a little bit. Yeah, it's something. I don't think I've ever actually played a game of Dragon Strike, even though I've owned it and put the tape in my VCR multiple times with friends that were set up and ready to play Dragon Strike. And you know what? There's something beautiful about that. You just don't get that type of experience from gaming nowadays, you know? Like, what, people gonna boot up Fortnite and then not play? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I can reach that. Okay. So what they've been doing lately is they've been using those little, like, crawl passages as exit points rather than progression. So I'm thinking that thing on the side here is probably an exit. But I will look anyway. Yeah, you look like an exit. Oh. There we go. Alright, is this death? Nothing. It's still really weird that I have to display capture this game. It doesn't quite work right. Alright, does this button want me to put something in it? That is the real question right now. I am interacting with the button. The button is being pressed. Okay. The one downside I'll say to this game that I am noticing is that the puzzles aren't very good. There's nothing, like, clever about most of the puzzles. It's just kind of trial and error for a lot of them. Usually error. I don't really think of Tomb Raider as a puzzle series, though, to be honest. Like, the puzzle is the platforming, not a room with a literal puzzle in it, usually. But they tried to add puzzles to this one. This is back at the entrance? Question mark? How's it going, Toaster? Oh, never mind. We're in a new area. The Sacred Lake. That was considered a level, by the way. Although, I'm going to be, I would guess, going back through that later. Little known fact, did you know that everybody in chat is cute? It's true. I read it on the internet. Hold on, there's something I'm shooting at. Something must die. So is Streamer. Ah, that one sounds fake. What the fuck? Hold on. Well, that was close. Scared the poop out of me. Okay, what am I doing? Nothing over here. Yeah, crocodile jump scare. They're just giving me ammo, but nothing to shoot with it. Is another thing I'm noticing. There is a significant lack of enemies in this game so far. Which is weird coming from 2 that had way too goddamn many enemies. I think they just, this team, whatever, whoever was making this one, decided to dial it way the hell back. Go the other way. 3, I would say, was about the right amount of enemies. Hold on, I know that noise. Bad dog. But, like, some of the levels like between loading zones, have maybe 5 or 6 enemies, and they're pretty much just all the little scorpions. It'd be like if Tomb Raider 1 only had bats. I don't think it's a bad thing, it's just, it feels a little emptier after playing the other ones. This was, I think, also supposed to be more of an entry point into the series based on the tutorial at the beginning that we skipped most of. Because it was like 30 goddamn minutes of tutorial in a very slow pace as a German man barks out, like, jump here, and then you can climb. And if you do this, you'll shimmy. Oh, don't forget to roll, Laura. You know. It's also weird because if this was supposed to be an entry point... Oh, you know what? I know exactly why this was an entry point. It just hit me. This is the first Tomb Raider that was on Dreamcast. And Tomb Raider 1 was on Saturn, but I don't think 2 was. That would explain why there needed to be an entry to the series and explain everything in extreme detail. That makes sense. Yeah, so some of the reviews I saw from the time were also just complaining that, like, this Dreamcast game felt like a PlayStation 1 game, and it's the new era, and what are you doing? We're big boys now, we go pee-pee standing up. Give us the hardcore games, like this Guts Berserk game. You know, stuff like that. And, like, man, you bought a Dreamcast. What are you talking about? You bought a Crazy Taxi machine. Yeah, that review in particular sucked. But I'm starting to realize, I think the context of a lot of the reviews is that they expected the Dreamcast to be a new era of gaming. And they were treating this as a Dreamcast game instead of a PS1 game that got a port. So it feels dated like a PS1 game. And they're like, but we're the new era. You know? Also, yeah, fun fact about magazine reviews back in the day. They would just hire, like, high school kids to do them for the big publications. Source, I had a friend in high school that did magazine articles for, like, EGM. He was, like, 16. Being paid per article. So you would just get really shitty, like, edgy stuff like that. What is this? This looks like a place I'm not supposed to be yet. Because I need something to, like, put into this? And then it, like, shoots a laser to open up a door or something, would be my guess. Yeah, they would cut costs on the magazine to make them as cheap as possible to distribute. And part of the cost cutting would be hiring teenagers to write the articles. Okay, so this is probably where I go after whatever I need to do first. Which I guess makes sense. This looked like an exit anyway. Okay, so probably in the water is where I gotta go. Chance of crocodile in the water? What do you think? Pretty high? You heard about this? yeah, I think today is also technically the, oh, hey, man. Technically not the winter, the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year today. Oh, there's two of them. Is that good? Do I want there to be two of them? That means it's the longest day that you can play Tomb Raider. That's right. I did see something down there I can swim into. There was a hole. Kind of looking around a bit first. Oddly suspicious looking room. Alright, you. What are you? Okay, this did not answer my question. What are you? An exit point. Okay. Sure. Let's get out of here then. There's some weird effect on the water that makes it look like everything is rotating that's kind of giving me motion sickness. I don't remember that in the earlier games. I don't usually get motion sickness from games, so might want to look away when I'm swimming. There's also something underneath the entrance to this area. And it is nothing! Okay. What about the people who get motion sickness from games and enjoy being sick? Well, they're just perverts. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I'm guessing I need to drain the water in here at some point, maybe. That would make sense. Okay, so this is the only way to go. Uh-huh. Next. Who wants a shooting? Who wants a gun? Go blam blam. There we go. It's very dangerous. They were coming right for me. Everybody saw it. Self-defense. Had to do it. That looks like the way in. Let's see. This is also a way in. Okay, what does this do for me? Ah, it all makes sense. It kills you. Oh, I should have known. Man. Okay. Maybe I want to go down this way. Oh, there is a funny thing over there, though. I might need to get to that one. What? Okay, this is new. Laura's never been able to climb a pole before. Quick question about the pole. If I jump, am I jumping forwards or backwards? Answered the question. Very good. It is in fact backwards. That, to be fair, that was my first assumption. I just wasn't sure, because it could have been the other way as far as, like, camera goes. Logically, it would make more sense to turn around. Oh yeah, I was also watching a speedrun of Tomb Raider 2 after another streamer I was watching finished that game today. There's some fun clips you can do in that game, and also like item storage and duplication for key items. Like in the monastery in 2, there's 5 like what are they? I don't know, code cylinders that you have to get to unlock a door at the end of the stage. As long as you get one, you can duplicate them and just trick the game into thinking that you've input one into each of the 5 spots at the end without actually having 5. I think that's really cool. Skips basically having to do most of that level. It also has a bunch of like jumping into corners and then teleporting upward tricks. Oh, they want me to go back. Okay. Fair enough. It's nice being able to watch speedruns of this series and see people play for the first time with context, though. Because I think I do actually really like the Tomb Raider series for what it is. And what it is a comedy simulator. Like physical comedy. Oh, guess we're going this way. Okay, wasn't there a funny alligator in here that was waiting to kill me? Suspiciously missing. Now that I'm in here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Found it. Oh. Okay, can you... Laura? Laura! Wrong button. Ow, oh my god. Oh, they go into a death throw. That's cool. Love that for me. There we go. Okay, so what did I accomplish? I opened a door over here.
Here comes Yoshi.
Meat! Meat. That's from the Yoshi NES commercial. Wait, what was that? I thought I saw something. There's like a... something floating in the water here? Oh, it's a switch. Hell yeah, gamer. I don't know what that did, but cool. Yeah, I have some ideas for some other clips I can add too. I might go back through some of the shows we already watched that I didn't make clips for. Some of the anime. I have ideas. The only thing I don't have is time to act on them. There we go. Okay, next question. Why would I want to climb on that? Just leads to nothing. Because it looks like the underside of this bridge is climbable. Although, it's probably too high up to grab anyway. Yeah, okay. So that's nothing. Pulling that switch didn't do anything obvious, so maybe it opened up one of these underground little passages. This is a funny door that opens, okay. Here comes Yoshi. Meep. Is that the noise that Yoshis canonically make? Have we been lied to? About meeping Yoshis? When will they tell us the truth about the meep? That's the real question. What the fuck did this do? I think I need to go to the other side of this room to see what the hell that did. Let's work our way over there. Did that do anything? No? Very confusing. Okay, so it had to do something in here, I guess. I just don't know what. It didn't open this door. Oh. you can just open the door. That was the solution? Underwater? Just open it? Okay. That's odd. But I guess that works. That is very anti-Tomb Raider. Yeah, usually if it's underwater, the only thing you can do is pull a switch. And it has to be a very specifically aligned switch that's like vertical. But apparently that's changed at some point in this game. And you can just do whatever. Oh, this is an aquarium. That's not good. Shit. Shit. Salem. Oh, no. No, you're too cute. No. No, you're too cute. I can't pay attention. No. I think I'm stuck. I see. We did it, gamers. Salem! Come here. Oh my god, that's your favorite toy in the whole world. Thank you. Hi. Oh, come here, bud. Hi. Oh, that little trot you did was super cute. Laura must be like Joryu and smoke a whole pack to restore your blue meter. That's true. Laura Croft loves Camel cigarettes. And you can too, kids. Wait. Salem, are you getting butt rubs? Oh. You're so fuzzy. How are you doing, bud? When I called him over, he did like a cute little trot with his feet. Almost like bouncing with each step. While his tail waggled. You goofy cat, you. You're so happy. I know you're so happy. Alright. Wait, was this just for a health pack? That can't be right. I thought this was progress. Man. Is there a switch in here? Something I can do to like shoot this glass? Nothing, huh? Weird. Ugh. This little hallway is absolute death trap. Laura will just get stuck on the walls. This was also a problem in the other Tomb Raider games when they did these weird geometry underwater. Like, the character model just doesn't know how to handle an angled floor in water. Okay, so this was all just a health pack. There's no other point to this little side path, I guess. Which raises further questions. Like, what do I do? How do I progress? Maybe I can open the door in here, too. This is a gate, so no. Alright, does this just close that? I can't redo it. Okay. Not entirely sure where progress is. If this was just a health pack as a funny bonus, and like a look into another room, then I'm not sure what they want me to do. It kind of looked like there was an aquarium in one of the rooms later on that you can look into. This might be another consult the guide moment. With a bit of a lack of direction going on. And one very specific thing that they want you to do. It could be backtrack. That could be the solution. We've done something here in some way, somehow. And now I need to go backtrack. Usually they show you a cutscene, though, when they want you to backtrack. Or an enemy will spawn or something. Okay, well, I mean, there was an enemy. This is still the water, right? That same lake. Yeah, okay. So that just goes in a circle. This is a dead end. I know that much. And this was the entrance to the area. Okay. I think we are firmly in the consult a guide category for this stage again. So let's go looking at the guide, I guess. Sure. While we're doing that.
Can we drop you anywhere?
Actually, I live on this street. Jimmy and Billy Lee.
What?
How do you know?
How did you know?
I thought there was something familiar about this back seat.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Good for them. Happy Pride. Yeah. I thought there was something familiar about this back seat. Man. What am I doing? I'm on Sacred Lake. Mirror room. Here we go. Oh. Oh. I understand. They don't give you a lot of time to look at this. How's it going, noob? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. This is Raider from Tomb. You might know her.
Nice get-ups. Climb in.
No! Don't get in that car.
The gorilla and donkey man apparently think we're someone else.
He's a zebra, Max, and that's what makes me a little suspicious. You see, in nature, a zebra wouldn't normally hang out with a gorilla.
That's
Plus,
true.
listen to this, a zebra can't drive a moon buggy.
Oh
Or
my
any
God,
kind of
that's
car
also
for that
true.
matter. You see, zebras don't have hands, Max.
Gosh, you're right, Sam. The gorilla should be driving! I think you're onto something. We better play dumb.
You mean starting now?
I am stuck on this damn wall. Okay, 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 we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Oh, Sam, you crack me up, little buddy. Or Max. Whatever. Oh, Max, you crack me up, little buddy. That's what it was, yeah. Anyway. Okay. So the solution is that you are supposed to look at the mirror, and one of the ceiling tiles is actually a hole in the wall that's been textured over. That's the solution to the puzzle. But it's kind of hard to see because everything's so blue. Yeah, that's not a good puzzle. Okay, that makes sense. Hope your current run that you're playing right now, noob, of the Bazaar is going well. The one that you definitely have open on the other monitor and are playing through. I joke, but also I want to watch you stream the Bazaar, so, you know. It is? Nice. They added dinosaurs recently, I think, which is pretty cool. Oh, I'm stuck on the floor. Okay, we're good. We're good. You had a Mimi run today. You threw on purpose for content? Hell yeah, gamer. That's the real clown energy that we all want. All right. What am I doing? I'm going this way. Oh! When the passageway sucks. There we go. Alright, where are we now? We're back at the temple, apparently. So this was 2 levels ago, was the temple. But now we have another jar, so we need to go back to the 2 giant statues smoking giant bongs. And put the second, yeah, here we go. And we need to put the second sacred urn in. Two giant statues smoking giant bongs. Or pipes? Whatever. There we go. Okay, what did that do? Oh. What am I think I broke the... Uh-oh. How did I do this? Is this useful for speedrunning? There's a floor here that shouldn't exist. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I can fix it. No. What? What did I do? You're not down bad. Stop that. You can't be down bad for everything. Does the brick match the mortar? You know it. Okay, maybe I didn't break it. What? Why? No, you could say football. Why would I ban football? That's the... What are you talking about? I wouldn't just ban a sport randomly. Come on. Actually, the reason why I had to ban football... It was clearly a different channel. I would never ban football. The reason why I had to ban the word football in my chat years ago was because when I was streaming Magic, the Magic community is really into gambling. And they would not stop talking about gambling with their fantasy football teams in my card game stream. Even when asked. So I had to ban the word football so they would stop talking about fantasy football. Yeah, that community is a little weird. They're really big into Magic, they're big into poker, they're big into fantasy football, they're big into gambling, but they don't know it. It drives this whole culture of just casual gambling. Who the hell are you? Oh. Who is shooting me? How frickin' dare you? What did I... something happened because I did all that. So this is the hole I dropped in with the funny weed statues. There's the weed statues. They've filled something with water. Yeah, this was pre-sports betting being really big and legal. I also hate that sports betting is so prevalent and people just love losing their money now to some, you know, faceless corporation that only wants you to bet and take everything you own. Or as they would say, fun and cool. I think a lot of people just have not seen somebody's... Oh, all tabbed. Somebody's life ruined by gambling. Yeah, once you allow it on an app that will, like, condition you in certain ways to bet and to tempt you constantly throughout the day, yeah, there's a big problem with gambling. Magic has also gotten really big into gambling with its cards now, too. The company behind it, Wizards of the Coast, has just started printing, like, premium pack products in massive amounts. So they're selling, you know, $50 gamble packs to try... Like, it's the same thing as the secondary market for old product that, you know, doesn't get printed anymore. But they're doing it for new product now to try and, like, set secondary market code as well as tempt their player base that they know has problems spending money into spending even more. They're fully in like a late stage company setting right now, trying to just get as much money out of you as possible. See, MTG is still banned. That one I do still have banned. We did it. Yeah, the MTG crowd is definitely into wasting money. I think card games like that are still fun with your friends if you were going to play them. That is the way to do it. Like kitchen table stuff. The reason why I had to ban MTG, by the way, is because I got harassed for a year and a half after stopped streaming it by everybody from that community that liked watching my channel to be like, hey, I know you're doing all the stuff that you enjoy, but why aren't you doing the thing I like? To the point where I just had to be like, okay, we have to have a talk. I can probably unban the word now, but that community was very, like, insistent on trying to guilt trip me. Yeah, I would say the competitive Magic community, at least, is not unlike a cult in how they operate, where like all of your friends are Magic players, everything you do in life is Magic, you're constantly thinking about Magic, you're constantly spending money on Magic. If you're not doing Magic, you're an idiot and a fool. Why aren't you playing Magic? That type of thing. And then you add the cost of everything into it, and people are like, when from a streaming side, they see your stream product as like free content, and a free way to get the hit of them enjoying Magic without having to pay for it. So they try to goad you into spending more and more to get the content. That type of thing. Where am I going? Was it this way? Maybe. Kate. Oh my god. My god, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay, we're good. I could have got out at any time. I'm a genius. Clearly knew what I was doing. Yeah, I think TCGs with friends are really good. Being part of a community for a TCG is probably a bad idea, is where I'm at right now. Oh, I'm gonna drown here. I just cannot get out of this little hole that I've dug for myself. I also forgot where the room with the air was, so that sucks. Fuck. We're good. Yeah. It's just a weird situation. It sucks because I like card games. I think card games are cool. I would stream more card games if I didn't think it would bring in a certain crowd. So this gate is not open, huh? This raises more questions about where I'm supposed to go. Now that I'm back in here, I guess. Yeah, for context, I played Magic from revised through, I think, the second Tarkir set. Something like that. So it was like, you know, 20 years on and off. Maybe I'm supposed to go back in there now that I've filled the water? Hmm. I've been kind of just going towards where enemies are. There was an enemy here last time. Hmm. One second, I got a message. Oh, here we go. Never mind, it's fine. I'm probably looking for a key would be my guess. Wait. Maybe... Hold on. It was kind of weird that I could, walk on that water. Maybe that was intentional? Although I jumped into this water, so... Maybe it's only some water? I don't know. Can I walk on... Like, let me jump. Does this... This water, no. Invasion through Innistrad? That's a pretty good run. That's a pretty good run. The werewolf, like, gothic horror set was really good. For vibes, at least. Although I had some problems with those sets for game stores because people didn't really understand the distribution of flip cards in them. So stores were saying people were like cheating and stacking their draft decks and stuff because they didn't understand how you would get extra rares and whatnot from flips. So from a tournament standpoint, it made very confusing stuff happen. But it was a cool, like, win flavor-wise. Yeah, Mirrodin was good. I remember Mirrodin. I think I can get those. Ow. I think... What am I doing? Hold on. I think what I'm trying to do is go back to that room with the water that was... not... Like, the water that had the weird flow issues. Can I not... Not that way. Is there anywhere I can stand on this that is actually safe without me slipping? Maybe this. It kind of looks like that corner at the top right I can stand on, but I just don't know how I would even get up to it. Oh. Well, okay. Oh, damn it. There is, in fact, a single corner that works. It's just really awkward. Okay. And then once you get up here, the question is, like, how do I make this jump up there without falling? Okay, maybe I can do a side hop? No. Ah, whatever, it's just ammo, who cares? I don't want it anyway. What is it, a secret? Sounds lame. I'm too good for that. Not like I want it. I could get it if I felt like it. Oh, this is the wrong way. I think. Right? Where the hell am I going? I don't remember where the pool room was. Was that through here? I don't know. Let's go in here and check, I guess. I don't think it was in here. This is a different area. Oop. Oh my god. I really need to change this stupid hotkey. What, you think you're cool? What? Oh wow, I'm swinging the stick, so cool. Never gonna get me now. Grow up. What a dork. Fucking Darth Maul over here. What, are you gonna hit me with that? Oh, Jesus. Idiot. What a dummy. Okay, I think I need to do something else anyway. Let's go back here. I don't think that's the way I need to go. I don't remember where this... Was it up there? Maybe it was through here? No. So this was like a funny button to open a door, which is cool, but it's not the way forward. Because this is where I got the first thingamajig. There was a pool I was trying to access, but I just don't remember where the hell it was. So it's probably down one of these side paths somewhere. Maybe this way? It wasn't down here, was it? I could hear water. Maybe. So this brought me to this room. Yeah. Not that. Was it like this? Was it back here? Ugh, that's the exit. You know, I think it was back in the pipe room. In this room. Now that I think about it. Yeah, it was back here. I'm just stupid. Okay. Never mind. So, what's happening is that the water from the funny pipes is now in this room, and for some reason I can stand on that water. So, okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. That is not a glitch. That is intended progression. Okay. Sure. That's Raider from Tomb. How's it going, Seacolin? We're Tomb Raidering. You know how it be. We can walk on water now, but only in this very specific section. there a thing I was supposed to get? Hmm. Can I push this, maybe? No. Okay, so... I guess we're going through here. We're gonna have to beat Darth Maul again later, when we find him. Boulder count still, by the way, we're on like level 9 or 10. 0. 0 boulders. Worst Tomb Raider game by far. I'm starting to see what people were saying. Not even a single boulder. That's like the main character of the game. What are they doing? Finally understand why people were upset. What happened to that crocodile? Huh. Yeah, barely a Tomb Raider game. Missing the character. Metal Gear Solid 2 of the series? Kinda, yeah. Oh. Sir? Sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Sir! You're at the wrong drive-thru. Is that funny crocodile gonna come over here, or what? Oh. I'm a little bit concerned about this water being electrified, but it isn't, so I guess I'm okay. We're gonna drive through a Taco Bell. Yeah, the drive-thrus can get weird. You get a lot of drunk people, you get a lot of teenagers thinking they're funny. A lot of people not remotely prepared to order even though they're in the drive-thru and looking at a menu. What the fuck? How do you not know? The menu hasn't changed. What are you doing? No, I get it. Oh, the hot dog. This is a Wendy's. We probably have a Coney dog. I don't know. Let me check. There's a crisis of faith in the drive-thru. It's true. I went to a KFC for the first time in like 5 years recently. And I was wildly confused by what I was ordering. And also, it wasn't worth it. It was not very good. But you know what? I wanted to try. If they had an A&W attached to it, I'm like, I could go for some root beer and some cheese curds. I get it. You get the root beer from the A&W, you know that's from Tap. That's good root beer. You know, it makes sense if you think about it. This is just backwards. I'm stupid. Hold on. I'm at the Pizza Hut. I'm at the KFC. I'm at the Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell. It's all three of them somehow. Someone actually tried to order a hot dog, confirm their order, call them over, and he'd send someone to get a hot dog at a inane price. Hell yeah, gamer. Love to see it. I mean, Taco Bell does chicken nuggets now. You never know. They're trying to become a chicken place. I saw the ad. Yeah, they have chicken nuggets now. And chicken wraps. They're trying to just become like Burger King. Yeah, chicken wraps are good, though. I agree. It's like sometimes you just want a quick snack. Or you're like, hey, give me like 3 of them bad boys. You know, I get it. Okay, I got a Hipposyl key and a Sun Goddess, which is doing a Y pose. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay. I don't know what to use those for. Sounds like a future me problem, though. And thankfully, I'm current me, so I don't have to worry about it. Holding up the sun? I don't know. Sounds too convenient. Oh wait, what am I doing? I do want to go this way? Okay. So I'm probably just leaving now that I have these 2 items. Although I don't know what to do with these 2 items. I don't quite remember needing a key. There was that button I found earlier that I guess could have been a keyhole. Back in here. Okay, so that takes me back into here. Now, where's progress? That's the question. No.
You don't have the choice.
Damn it. I hate when he makes me do this.
Good work, Joker. Now do it again.
Okay, 1 second. I have to Alt-Tab to do this.
You don't have the choice.
There we go. second.
You don't have the choice.
Okay. Anyway. I need to go back to this scene. This scene, okay. Alright, so we're back in the what the hell do I do stage. This is the water. Okay. There was something underwater that looked like a button, maybe? The Watch'ems clip is the single best redeem on Twitch. Yo! If you think about it, it's like half a year's worth of work to get those clips, so... Okay. I think... I'm gonna go back in here real quick. Yeah, I don't know why it likes the the Charles Matinee Donkey Kong clip, but it's pretty good. Baby! No, Charles Martinet, please stop being weird and creepy. I'm not asking for much, man. God. Alright, was there a door
I implore you to reconsider.
that opened up in here? That's the real question. I think... Oh, this is so confusing.
It's the freak
Yo!
phone, and here's the party freak. Friday freaker, dancing a new sensation, grabbing the nation, doing the freak. Call now, 1-900-490-FREAK. Join the party, the fast and easy way. To hear what's scamming from New York to LA. Call now, 1-900-490-FREAK. What's happening, what's jamming? Party till you drop. Dial and hear the action. What's hot and what's not? Call now, 1-900-490-FREAK. $2 a call.
$2 a call. What's confusing me, based on what I'm looking at, because I'm just using a guide right now, because I don't know where the game wants me to go. It's just telling me to go back this way, which I've already been. So it could just say backtrack. But this is ending up confusing me instead of helping me. Go back to the courtyard. Now go through the gap of the wall. A hallway lined with columns. Go back into the room. Okay. It's just saying go back to the other area. Gotcha. Oh man, that was a lot of words to just say go back. I was going the right way. I just need to get those 2 items first, I guess. Alright. Otherwise, you could just keep looping around in circles between these 3 areas over and over again. Is my theory on this. $2 a call. I still need to watch Frankie Freaker or whatever. The Freddy Freako movie. Is that what it's called? Frankie Freako? By the Manborg and Psycho Gorman director. It's on my backlog. It's on streaming now, so you can actually watch it. Oh, okay, so this is where I'm supposed to deal with this door. Gotcha. Now that I've gotten a key. Okay. How much ammo do I have? Jesus, I have a lot of ammo. I'm just gonna use the shotgun for a little bit. Maybe that guy was supposed to be a threat? Hard to say. Use the Uzi too. I feel like the Uzi's better for boss enemies. That's why you want this. Oh, hello, sir. Yeah? Uh-huh. Pretty cool. What an idiot. Fuck. What a moron. What's he doing? Man. Yeah, very intimidating. I was very scared. God, what a dummy. I don't think that's supposed to be funny, but it sure is. I think that was supposed to be like, oh wow, it's just like Star Wars. It's so cool. But it's definitely very funny instead. Oh, hello, sir. Oh, oh, Jesus! How's it going, Congress? This is my remix. Idiot. Alright. Anyway. What a moron. Very funny.
I better slip him up with some of my slippy doos.
Not the slippy doos! Hubert, no! Oh, was it this that I needed the key for? I remember going in here and being like, I need a key. Yeah, the cursed Cubert cartoon with all the Cubert lore. I have more of that show we could watch with the Cubert cartoon. It's just not very good or interesting. I could also watch some Pac-Man. Maybe the Pac-Man Christmas special. It's some of that animation that's like, it feels like fake animation. Because it's just so nothing.
I implore you to reconsider.
Alright, so this is clearly a button. Okay, it's a key. That does not look like a keyhole, right? I'm not out of my gourd here. Whatever. What? What? Oh, that one's got a gun. Oh, come on. terrifying. Keyholes contain pins, which are like buttons? I mean, I guess. I have played a Skyrim. I understand a puzzle. Ho ho ho. You rotate this until there's a funny fish. Sometimes an owl. Ho ho ho. A devilish puzzle. Where am I going? This way, I guess. Although I don't know why. There's nothing here. Okay, this way. I did do a stream a long time back of Skyrim with like 200 mods installed, and that was pretty fun. There was a mod that turned every single enemy type and NPC in the entire game into a horse that you could ride. So you could, like, climb a mountain while riding a witch, like, you know, on her shoulders, the piggyback ride. Pretty good. All the dogs bark like a human, just said bark. There is a key down there. Yeah, the modders are mostly horny, but also creative. There are far too many horny Skyrim mods. Anybody else want some? Alright. No, I want my character to have big baps. The people making the horny Skyrim mods are probably the same people messing around with AI art, to be honest. Which is weird, because they put in so much effort for those baps. But the people downloading the mods don't. Why did I go up there at all? Maybe it was to get to a platform that I missed the jump on. Oh. I see. So I needed to jump over to that, and then over to this. And that would let me... Ah... We talking smut? Yeah, the real filthy stuff. I'll let you in on a secret. You go to twitch.tv/boyd/subscribe, you get the filthiest of them all. A subscription to twitch.tv/boyd. Alright, what am I doing? I win. So don't like Tim Curry meowing. This way. Yeah, I was thinking that would not work. Pictures of ice skates like any other respectable human being. Respectable man. It's true. Alright, I think we're going back into that other room. Is the current plan. We need to get higher up on the stage. So I'm going to have to make those jumps. Let's see. 1 second. I think we're about a third of the way through the game right now after 2 streams. Just level-wise. The levels might get longer, though. And they're doing some fun things where, like, one level is actually 3 levels kind of intertwined. And you backtrack between them. Also, the vehicle levels are all very short because you're just driving a vehicle that moves very quickly. So it's a little hard to gauge how long each level is in this game. I do think it's fun how it's built on the mechanics of, like, 2 and 3, though. You know what? I think I can do this in a very weird way. Whoop. No, I cannot. That is a platform. I was like, I can just drop down and grab the platform below. No, I cannot. Oh, here's a fun fact, by the way. The music genre shoegaze has nothing to do with foot fetishes. Anyway, welcome to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. That's gonna be the echo. Rarely is mentioned the density of Laura's muscles. Such thin arms are able to grip. It's true! She can open up a door underwater. I can't do that. Do you know the amount of pressure that is being placed on that door in all sides? It's like if you get into a car accident that you know, goes underwater, you're going to have a bad time getting out of that car. You're going to have to break a window or something to release the pressure. You try to open that door, that's the worst thing you can do. Is that a switch? Hold on. Yeah, most people think Laura Croft is a sex symbol because of her big baps. But the actual reason is because she can crush your head like a watermelon between her thighs. Yeah, sorry, that was a little gongaga. Pressure to equalize when the cabin fills up? Yeah, it's easy. Also her mad ups, it's true. There's a funny enemy here. Somewhere. I think this is the first Tomb Raider that was on Dreamcast. I don't know if Tomb Raider 5 was on Dreamcast or not. Might be. What is happening? There's an enemy, but they're making weird noises. Oh. Stop that. Idiot. God, these enemies are such a joke. It's great. They're not remotely threatening. Oh, hold on. What are you even holding on to, my man? Okay. What a goober. Okay, there's a funny hole in the ground. This is a boulder, right? I'm not out of my mind right now. This orbular-shaped rock. This is a boulder. Right? Is this the first instance of a boulder in Tomb Raider Last Revelation? Has it finally happened? It could be poop, that's true. I didn't think about that. Well, why did I come up here? What? There was nothing up here. Why did I do this? What? Oh, maybe... Like, why is it camera panning to this hole in the floor? Is the other question. What did I... There was no point to any of this. So this hole in the floor just is a big hole in the floor, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy a good hole in the floor. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to... Maybe it's trying to do something with the camera here. It is not trying to do something with the camera. Why would I want to... But this is nothing. This is the exit. Okay. Maybe... Damn it. Maybe I need to get on top of that pillar? Somehow? Like, climb on this? You know what? That looks promising. Except it has very weird geometry. Because there's a part of the ceiling there that I can definitely grab, right? It is not working, though. Oh, what do you want me to do? Why did I come up here at all? God damn it. It might work if I jump from the other side, is my guess. Okay, let's go back over here. Hold on. What do they want me to do? Am I trying to grab that? Whew, boy. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Hold on. Okay. I am correct. I just don't know why it didn't work. You're supposed to shoot the giant ball of boulder death for some reason. And then I presume go back down afterwards? Which is a little confusing, but... That's a really weird puzzle. That it's like, shoot this ball of dung or whatever. This boulder. Okay, maybe I should go back down the intended way. Sure. Alright, so what did that do? That opened up a hole in the floor. Yeah. Well, there's your problem. There's a fucking rock in the wall. Someone dropped a rock. Damnedest thing. You know what? There's nothing here. Oh, no, there's ammo. Never mind. I'm a genius. Take it back. Okay. Where does this go? One moment. That's weird. Oh, there we go. Huh. I'm gonna alt tab for a moment because...
Oh, baby, you can take me home with you.
Sorry, you willed it into being.
The illusion of Gaia,
You did this.
baby.
You did this.
Tetris 2. Oh, sweet nothing.
Not me.
Super punch out. Ooh, 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 baby.
Fucking A. Super punch out. Oh, baby. Illusion of Gaia, baby. Fucking A. I'm guessing I don't want to climb up here yet. Maybe. I don't know how much I need to rotate this is the thing. Because I haven't been in the room where it is yet. Oh no. Does it just rotate all of them? Maybe that's the puzzle? Oh, but there's 4 directions. Hold on. I think I need to move that other one back again. I think I move this one twice maybe somehow. Is there any way for me to see how the room kind of looks? Not really. This is basically the way it was when I opened it originally. So I guess I'm going to rotate it this way and cross my fingers. A little bit of trial and error here. Well, what I can do is I can make a save up here. And then just load the save after I check which ones I need to rotate and how. I guess. Like, I wouldn't put it past them to just be like, leave it alone, dummy, on some of these. But I'll rotate them all once, I guess, and see what that does for me. Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows that, but Donkey Kong's going to be horny just like in that CES footage in the new Bonanza game. I was supposed to climb... Let me load that save. And also, little known fact, Bonanza kind of sounds like banana. If you, like, think about it. I still love doing that. Okay, so I don't know what I rotated. Or what that did. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, this one looks correct. Does it? Was I supposed to be able to grab onto that? Hold on. I'm guessing I'm just rotating them all towards this funny gem. Because it's not a real object that I can grab. Apparently. There are real Uzi bullets over here, though. That's cool. Oh, was anybody else in line for the midnight release of the Gex trilogy? Heard the lines were wild around the block. It's really hard to get a hold of Gex. It doesn't even run on Switch 2. That's how exclusive it is. I mean, you could buy it on Switch 2, but... Okay, this one's the wrong way, right? Yeah, this one's the wrong way. I don't know which one that is the problem. Let's load my save. One of them needs to be rotated. Let's see if I can maybe look at it through the floor. Is it this one? I really can't tell. That one's good. Okay. You don't observe Gex Trilogy as a holiday? Shame. This is like a gay wedding at Rip Taylor's. Okay, anyway. I just want to see Gex make, like, Riz jokes. They're not going to make any fucking sense, because they're still going to reference 70s pop culture, but... You know. And you have the potential to remove all the slurs and homophobia. Think about that. Can have a new Gex for a new age. A woke Gex. Ow. I deserve that. A Wex? It's some sort of Wetrix. For the Nintendo 64. Ice Cube warning! Fucking Wetrix. That game's ridiculous. Let's see. So I'm guessing when I pull this rope, they're all gonna fire laser beams at this obelisk. Oh, they're hammers. Yeah, and then it shoots electricity. Cool. One of the puzzle pieces there was literally just don't press anything. Do not move this. It was actually just leave it alone. Okay. What is this? A sun disk. Oh, for the sun goddess to hold up. Ho 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 ho! And you doubted me. And my genius. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. I don't know what the fuck this is for. But I have it. That's cool, right? How do I get out of here? Uh-oh. Stinky. Next question. I don't know how to leave. Oh, maybe this is it? No, this is the room I was in. Okay, maybe one of the hammer rooms has an... What?
Come on,
no,
talk to
Felicia!
me. Gee, Harry, I sure could use a cat nap. You hurt Felicia!
What? Oh. Alright, 1 second. I accidentally swapped scenes. There we go.
Gee, Harry, I sure could use a cat nap. You hurt Felicia! Say something! Come on, talk to me! Gee, Harry, I sure could use a cat nap. You hurt Felicia! Say something!
Okay. Anyway. Actually, you know what?
To be a dragon, you gotta be strong, humble, never bragging. Always fight for right, battling wrong with the power of the dragon. Live the code of the dragon. Fight for right, the light of the dragon. With the
true. It's true. It's true. So I think supposedly there should be an exit that opened up in the room. Yeah, here we go. I think this is what I was missing. How do I exit this room? There had to be something. Okay. And that what? Takes us back to the Sacred Lake. Okay. But now we have a sun goddess. Which we can place here. How convenient. Ho ho ho. I do remember this room. And not really knowing what they wanted me to do here. Because it was like I was missing an object. Okay. There we go. Sure. This makes sense. The funny little doll. Whoa! Totally tubular, dude. I kind of like how these levels intersperse between each other. I think it's neat. Okay. Now that we've done that, I guess we'll go into these rooms one by one. See what they have for me. Okay. Lucky that was water. Almost boiks that one up. Okay. Oh man, yeah, if I fell in the shallow water here, I would have died too. That's funny. Alright. More ammo. There's a funny door I can open. Still don't know why these doors are openable randomly. By just brute force. It seems really weird. But sure. Oh, this is a secret. Really? This felt like progress. Huh. Sure. Ah, the ancient Egyptian shotgun shells. Of course. I should have known. I got all these crossbow bolts, but no crossbows still. I don't know how to feel about that. Stuck. I'm stuck. Door's stuck. Okay. I don't know what I expected. Was that a weird angle, wasn't it? Oh, fuck. Oh, never mind, I'm a genius. There's ammo here I missed. Heh. Local genius did this on purpose. Ho ho ho. For some reason they put this at an angle to the entrance of the room, just to make it harder to line up. I don't know why. Suppose you could, in theory, jump from this platform, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe that's what they want you to do. There we go. Okay. Weird that that was a secret. Okay. This door. Surely there's enemies in this one. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, more ceiling stuff. I kind of appreciate the ceiling climbing a little. Oh, hey, hello. 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 Funny bats. They're so funny. There we go. They did like no damage. Sir? Oh, sir? Sir, I'm gonna have to... Sir? Sir? Please stop. Okay. Oh, oh, come on, come on! Come on! Fucking... Man. This series is so funny. Alright. Okay, what did that do for me? Yeah? Okay, and then what? Now I can get on top of the area that I was hand climbing on earlier. Okay. I think there's still a funny bat down there. Whoop. Camera. Okay. what was the point of this? I kind of figured there would be something up here, to be honest. Oh, maybe this? Hold on. Hate to see it. There we go. Okay. Still a little confused what this was about. Is there like a secret here, or maybe this is the only way to get into this room? Question mark? Okay, well, it's not somewhere I've already been, at the very least. Get some more Uzi ammo. Get loaded. Okay. Boss fight? Maybe? Or a place to put a cool key. What the?
Miss Croft!
Von Croy.
You sound concerned, my dear. Have you misplaced something?
Nothing I shan't be retrieving at a later date, Lieber.
You know how I admire your perseverance, but I fear this time we may be testing it to the, how would you say, maximum.
Always griping, Werner. If it's the leg causing all this resentment. I seem to remember that being down to your affinity with pulling hazardous levers.
It's true.
Enough of this tedious banter, Miss Croft. It is time for you to realize... Miss Croft?
Holy shit!
Now, let us review your sprinting skills.
Look. Laura will just kill people. She is a mass murderer. I don't know if you know this. Funny dog statue! What the? Anyway. The Tomb of Semerket. That's probably a good stopping point for today. We're at level 10, I think. All right. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. Here's the schedule. Be back tomorrow for some watch-ums. I'm still figuring out the schedule for next week, but we'll... I think we're going to be adding Dark Souls 1 Seamless co-op next week. And it might be a randomizer. We haven't figured that out yet. But I think that's going to be on the list. In addition to Puyo Puyo Dungeon and more Tomb Raider. Also, hold on, let me switch over to this scene. The boy. That's him. It's the boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Do you like your rub, Salem? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Oh, good boy. Right? I know. So handsome. Thank you.